Hello! It's Mr. Ed and...
Good time, Charlie.
Yeah, we are today in Slidell, Louisiana, right off of... What is the bayou right here?
Bayou Lacombe.
Bayou Lacombe. Charlie, scan around.
I'm sorry, Bayou Liberty.
Scan over there and show them what we got over there. We are in a beautiful setting. Now the waters are up a good 2 feet. The tide is really pushing all the water up. So the water generally isn't up that high, but this is a typical Louisiana bayou scene. Beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful.
But the bayou isn't what we're here for. What we're here for is bees, like you didn't know, right? So up in that dormer, right up in there, if you, Charlie, you want to get on the camera and zoom in and show them? Right in the very corner where the roof lines meet, there you go. That is our entrance the bees are using to get into the house. Now, and I think you might, yeah, you'll be able to see a couple of them. Right there you go. One just left. There's a couple of them coming in. Come back. Now the bees are up in the ceiling. Normally when you have bees coming into dormers like that, they're in a soffit. But in this case, there really isn't a soffit. So the bees have gotten into that hole probably made by a squirrel and have entered into the rafter space of that dormer right there. So we've got everything pretty much set up upstairs. We'll show you what the image looks like on the thermal. And by the grace of God, these little girls right here, they're not going up to the Abbey with me. This is going to be an interesting story. So the homeowner keeps bees himself, and he wants these bees from his house. Well, we know we can't take the bees out and set them up right here. So Charlie, get in here and tell them what we're going to do. Tell them what we're going to do.
Well, we tried this one time before and it didn't work. The bees ended up going right back to a location where we had removed them. So what we're going to do, and I don't live very far from here, we're going to vacuum these bees up. We're going to take them over to my house. We're going to frame up the frames with the comb, and then we're going to release the bees into that hive at my home, and I'll keep them there for a couple of days, so they'll kind of forget about what this location was all about.
But for Charlie, that would only take 3 minutes. You know, he'll forget about it.
Short memory. I mean, that's what happens when you get old. So anyway, we'll box them up over there, and then eventually I will return the bees to this location and put them up in where he keeps his other hives.
And while we're at Charlie's house, I've gotten several requests to do a tour of Charlie's bee yard. So while we're there, Charlie's gonna show off his bee yard.
Yeah, we can do that.
So by the grace of God, Charlie, you ready to wrangle these bees?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's get them out of here into a box and then eventually back up here. Let's wrangle some bees.
Let's do it.
There are our bees inside of the ceiling space right here. And we really don't know how far back the bees go because I'm not getting any signature here, but if you can see beyond in this area right here is my guess is that this was an old hive right here that died, and then it started dripping the honey as it was starting to deteriorate, and so it stained this. And the bees that are now in this space right here, I think these are a new swarm that moved in here. Of course, it's all speculation, but based on what I see right here, I think that's what's going on. Now, to locate the studs in this ceiling part right here, and we're in the dormer, to locate them, the thermal camera, which you just saw the image of that, it does give me an idea of where the studs are. But surprisingly, or funny enough, is that on one of my videos I saw an advertisement for this product called the Wallbot. And it is a stud locator. So look, when we put it by Charlie, look at that, beep, 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 it flashes. He is a stud. So, but this really does find studs in the wall. And and you use an app on your phone, and as the Wallbot moves across the surface area, boom, you'll see where it marks the stud. There's a stud right there. So it actually coincides perfectly with my mark that I put up there. And as you slide it across the area, there is our other stud right there. So it's just between the areas right here. So it's a good little product. It's definitely got multiple uses in the home as opposed to bee wrangling. But to locating studs, great little product here. All right, we're gonna finish putting our lines on the ceiling, and I'm gonna start cutting that up after I put some tarp down underneath here. We've got tarp set up because we don't want to get sheetrock dust and stuff and honey on the carpet, and it actually is going, we brought it up onto the side of the walls to prevent any honey from dripping down on that. So I've got the lines already drawn up here where the Wallbot and the thermal camera pointed out where the studs were. I'm going to try to just use a utility knife to cut that, try to keep the sheetrock dust down. And look how soft that sheetrock is. And that's from all that honey that was on it. And I'm hoping that that's going to be able to let me just put my blade right into that line and cut it without a lot of mess. All right, I think it's time for us to remove some sheetrock. So let's see if this is going to work.
Same line.
All right, that's too hard. I'm using the oscillator. I've got 3 of the size cut, and I want to put my suit on because I think this sheetrock's just going to fall down. It's so soft. So I want to put on my suit because I didn't want those bees to jump out at me. I've got one more cut to make over here, and we'll expose the hive. Everything is cut, and I think it's ready to come down, but I'm going to put this on first, and we'll see what we get. One of the things I was thinking as I was cutting this, it's really out to our advantage that the weather is really not very good today. There's going to be some serious rain coming our way, and because of that, we're going to have most of our field bees are going to be in this hive. And for that reason, there may be a little bit more aggressive because they'd rather be out working than trying to defend their hive. So let's find out what's going to happen. What a mess, but oh my gosh, what a bunch of bees up here. one of the questions I always get is, well, Mr. Jerry, when you open up a hive inside of a house, do the bees always just fill up the room? And what's really cool about bees, all they have to have, they're going to go to the nearest light source that's available to them. So in this case, we opened up our hive right here, and our window is right here. So this is just ideal. The hive, which is right above me, the bees are just going to come right here because they're going to want to go outside. And this is just works out perfect. So with that being said, let me show you these bees. Woohoo! Look at that hive right there. These bees have been here for a while. There's a bunch of them. And we're going to be able to frame up that comb real nice because it's not brand new. It's new, but it's not brand new. I'm going to get a light up there. Let me see if I put a light up there and maybe get a better picture. I think you can see it a little bit better now. Oh, goodness. A lot of bees, a lot of comb. I'm going to start vacuuming them right away and start cutting comb out. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful hive. Because these are this year's bees, you know, sometime in early spring, February, March, as old as this comb is. That hive looks a lot different now than it did a few minutes ago. Now that I've got some of the number of those bees off the comb and out of the window, I'm going to start pulling out this comb, and we're going to just put it right in the ice chest. I'm leaving the bees on it, keep that brood alive. You see, we got a lot of brood in here. And we're going to frame all this stuff up once we get over to Charlie's. I'm going to have to use my hive tool initially, but eventually I'll be able to get my knife up in there to cut that comb out. Beautiful looking comb. This stuff is going to frame beautifully. These bees are super, super calm. Let's hope they stay that way because I'd love not to wear my suit. First piece of comb, beautiful. This stuff is going to frame up so nice. Let's see if our queen's on this. I don't see her. There she is. There she is. You ready, Charlie?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Come on, you shooting?
I'm shooting.
Look at this, folks. Right off the bat.
Wait a minute. Let me get you.
Bam. There she is. Thank you, Jesus. Woo!
Wait up. All right. Now we've got her. Got her in focus.
All right, we got the queen. We're just going to vacuum bees and cut comb. Thank you, Jesus. Woo. Well, folks, it ain't there no more. I got a few more bees to vacuum up, but I want to show you a couple of things. First thing is, if you can tell the different coloration of the wood right here, you can see where this is very red. I hope it is showing through. Very red, and it starts to whiten out, and then it starts to turn red again. And this is the whole idea of what Premier Bee Supply's selling those Pura boxes with propolizing, putting those scrapes in it to let the bees propolize the interior of the space. Bees do this, and this, in a sense, creates like a bacteria-free environment. I think that's the way they say it. That it reduces the formation of bacteria, and so the propolizing of the area almost like sterilizes the hive or keeps it somewhat clean. You can see it very well on this plywood right here, how red that plywood is. The other thing I want to show is there is our entrance, and also that you will observe, and now we know what created that hole. It was a squirrel. Look at all the leaves up here. So this is a nice little area for a squirrel to come on up here and make a nice home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill that void right there with some material, a rag, fiberglass, something, and then we're going to seal that off so that the bees can no longer access this space right here. And after we do that, I think we're headed to Charlie's because that rain is coming really quick. We recording?
Yeah, it's recording. Look, before y'all say anything, no, my hair's not fixed. I'm a mess right now. We're trying to hurry.
Yeah.
And Jeff, oh man, look at him.
Hopeless cause right there.
Yeah, right.
The rain is coming. Charlie just showed me the radar, and it's close. But Charlie lives about what, 10 miles from here?
No. I live as a crow flies, probably 4 miles.
It's real close. So we're gonna head over to Charlie right now. We got all the bees in the bee vac.
Got the queen caged up.
Thank you, Jesus. And we're headed over to Charlie's. We're going to frame up that beautiful comb, get it into the box, release the bees, and hopefully all this stuff before the rain comes. You ready?
Ready to go. We got to roll.
We're at Charlie's now, and we're getting ready to frame this up, but I need to get some of these bees that are not on the comb vacuumed up. But we're going to leave as many bees on the comb as we can, and then after that we'll vacuum whatever bees are left in the ice chest. So it's time now to frame up some of this comb. You want to work kind of slow,
Okay.
so that you don't get the bees mad.
Okay.
They do get a little bit angry. Okay. And then show Charlie that one.
Beautiful. Got it.
As long as it don't go down your shirt, you'll be all right.
That's a pretty piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rain's getting close. Man. Got it.
Look at that.
That's pretty. Got it.
Let's see if I can get two of them in here. On this frame, we're going to also frame up our queen. And we're going to set her right down here. Like that. There she is, and we're going to set her right in the middle, up in the front.
There you go, up in the front.
And then we'll drop that frame in.
There you go.
And now we're going to go set this up on our stand.
I'm rolling.
We have got to be quick because that rain is right on us. So we're just gonna go ahead and turn these bees loose. Hopefully they're not gonna be too angry at me. Our queen is in the bottom and all of our bees are gonna be going down there with her. It's always great to, I like pulling this out because this is the start of keeping the bees in the box as well as their comb.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're bad.
All right, I had to suit up. I took a couple of hits. Charlie took probably a hit or two.
I did.
So we don't have a whole bunch left in there, but we got enough. All right, let's get these girls in the box.
Oh, they're all going down. Beautiful.
But they're definitely going to go down because our queen is down there.
Yep. Yep, they're going in.
All right, so Charlie, while these bees are calming down, how about you show us your little apiary out here?
Alrighty. Well, first of all, I set a catch box up here, and I do have a swarm in this catch box that's right here by my driveway. That happened about a week ago. I haven't moved them yet, and we're going to walk on to our first long hive under the on the patio. And I call this the old man hive. It's a horizontal hive, which is pretty easy to work. And Jeff's opening it up, and there it is. And we've got a nice bunch of girls in here. So it's full. It's got 30 frames in there right now. And then in the yard further down we have another horizontal hive. And this was a swarm I caught early in the season, and these girls have already had a bunch hatch out earlier because during the week they were doing orientation flight. So I need to add some more frames in here because I've got about 20 frames that are in here right now. I need to put Honey Super frames in here. What's nice about the horizontal hive is you don't have to add all 10 at one time. You can add a couple and let them fill it up and then just move on down, which is really nice. And then I've got the young man's hive over here. The vertical hives, which I always run deeps for my Honey Supers. And
Hey Charlie, you got any honey up here?
each one of these, I don't know. I haven't checked it.
Look at all them bees up
There's
there.
a lot of bees up in the top of this thing.
You probably do have honey up here.
And these boxes, when they're full of honey, we're looking at about 90 pounds each one of these boxes.
As many bees are in this super right here. Golly,
Yeah.
I can't see
I
whether there's any drawn stuff in there, but
I can't either.
as many bees up there. Boy, that is looking
Yeah.
really good.
And then that center one with only 2 boxes is a swarm I caught early in the season. And these girls are doing really well. And so they've got a lot of brood in this one. So this one's going to hatch out soon. And then this one here, this is packed.
This one's need for another super, Charlie. God.
This one is wall-to-wall bees in here. I mean wall-to-wall.
And that's
You can
10
see.
frames.
Try to get the light right. Yeah, that's 10 frames of bees. Look at that. Awesome.
Charlie, let's wrap this video up before that rain gets us.
We sure need to. All right.
Guess what, Charlie? We beat the rain.
We beat it. We beat it by this much.
Man, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, it was really close. But I really did want you all to see Charlie's yard. Charlie keeps everything pristine. He is nothing like the way I do stuff.
I like things neat.
He is very, very Mr. Neat. Of course, you already knew about that just looking at him. I mean, his hair is perfect. You know, he probably presses his
A little
t-shirts.
lacking on the makeup, but you know, we're good.
So what about our day today?
I thought it was an easy cutout. It was
Yeah.
very easy. That dormer was not at all what Jeff expected.
Right, when Charlie told me that we got a dormer job, and I said, oh, I don't think so, Charlie, 'cause those things are beasts. But this one,
No, I said we had to do it.
yeah.
I had a friend of mine that needed it. He needed to get these bees out of his house. So,
Well, you hear that rain,
yep.
so what's that mean, Charlie?
We need to wrap it
Yeah.
up. Thanks for watching.
Keep on watching.
We'll be making more.
God bless. This is Mr. Ed.
Good time, Charlie.
We're out of here until next video. God bless everybody.